Okay, this is going to be the fourth and final try if this is what it is. I think, yeah, I think this is the fourth and final try. So I really don't know what's going on here, guys. Uh, if you guys return, that's great. If not, I totally understand. So hiking to change, I will get a hold of you via email. Yes, grr, I agree. Josh, man, this is just irritating. Thunder, you can't come back in here anymore. Okay. Uh, that could be it too. I guess that could be it also. It doesn't like me showing my phone. Because that's about the same time that it happened every time is that about the time I tried showing my phone to show the number getting drawn. So I really don't know. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I didn't catch anybody see anything getting typed, but it could have been uh, Crazy Shepherd. But my slice of heaven outdoors and hiking to change, I'll be getting a hold of you guys via emails to find out if you want. Hey, Suburban Homestead, Wyoming. Hello again. Yes. Uh,
Grandpa, do you know where the scissors are that I use?
yeah. No, I do not, Thunder. Sorry. Yeah, I would agree with you, Crazy Shepherd. I think that's what's going on, and I have my suspicions on who it might be. No, I am not. Ozark Mountain Goats. No, I'm not going through my phone. I'm going through my laptop, actually. Uh,
Everybody knows that.
Homestead Courts. Thank you for showing up. Uh, so, yeah, I've got my suspicions on who it is, and if it is who I think it is, thanks. Thanks a lot. I'll have words with you later, face to face. So, yeah, I don't know. I am wireless. I am on Wi-Fi. So I don't know if that could be part of it. Homestead Court. I guess it could be. Uh, when it comes to technology like this, I'm about two steps above a chimpanzee trying to figure out higher algebra or something, you know. So I I am not good with technology. My wife asked me about something. I mean, I can run electrical for a house. I can build a house. I can shingle a house. I can put the concrete in for a house. I can build the cabinets for the house. I mean, I used to do just about all of it. Uh, but when it comes to computers and that, man, oh man, let me tell you, the computer. My method of fixing it is turning it into a frisbee and skipping it out for a chew toy for the dogs. Then.
That's tasty. They'll probably die from it.
So, well, yes, and Thunder, please, I need you to stay out, okay?
And play from the center.
Homestead Court, I don't know. I mean, my modem, you can see the shelf right there in the corner. Basically, about another 4 feet that away is where my modem is. So, yeah, yeah, I was kind of worried that I might have some buffering problems. I had some right off the bat, and I moved and changed positions and that. Plus, with the glare of light coming in from the windows, had me in the shadows pretty bad. So,
Grandpa, I keep seeing things behind me.
Okay, Thunder. Yeah, there again, you know, with the quarantines or the partial lockdowns, partial quarantines, and that, you know, everybody and their brothers on the computer. No, we're not. We're not. I'm not dial up. We're legit. Supposed to be high speed uh, internet, but we've also been fighting with our internet providers because they turned us down after we were late on a bill, paid it in full, paid the next month, and said, okay, now you can turn us back up, and they won't. So I don't know. I guess I could argue with them, but I need the internet a little bit more. Thunder, do me a favor. Let Nala out so that she can howl with the rest of them.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, I think everybody's having problems with the internet with everything that's going on with this COVID-19 virus and, quarantining and self-quarantining and social spacing. Mona, go on outside, girl. Please don't howl in here. Okay. Just let her out too, Thunder. If she'll go out. There she goes. I don't know how well you guys can hear it on your end, but I got Aries and Athena out this window right here sitting on the steps of the deck. So they're howling and yelping, and Nala and Mona started too. So instead of having them right behind me, I thought I'd get them on out.
Don't take it off.
I can't take this off my coffee mug, or as I refer to it at work, my coffee cup. So Thunder, it won't show. I would have to hold it like this. So
I can't.
It's on there. No. This way, Homestead. How you doing today? Glad you could make it. Hopefully, we'll stay on a little bit longer. I've lost some of the ones that were on earlier due to, I would assume, somebody filing complaints against me because my granddaughter keeps popping up in the live chat, or like somebody suggested, it could be my cell phone because I was trying to do the drawing. So tried our phone up, but camera again to see if it does it again when you're ready. That's a good idea. I will try that. Ozark Mountain. No, I won't try yours because that rules out that it was my phone. Then it'd just be that there's an electrical, could be just an electronic interference in that's doing it.
My precious phone is safe.
Try to get them guys from howling. They ain't gonna stop. The boys are howling, and
I howl with them.
Mona and Nala are howling. Thunder, sweetie, please.
This is okay.
Yeah, if you're kind of hid behind me. So again, the 2 giveaway winners for Cedar Sign, which I do make these guys. I don't do it quite often, but I would make them for gifts for people, and that on request. This is a sample of the one that I made my wife's grandparents several years ago. They had it hanging out in front of their house in their flower garden. So kind of what it'll be like, we can do a family name on there, your family name, put people on there, or do your YouTube logo. I have 6 LGDs. I have Aries and Athena, which are the mom and dad, to Deimos, Phobos, the brothers, which are out by the barn, Bravo team, and then Nala and Mona, which are the sisters, which I guess they'd be Charlie team as far as security goes. They live in the house. The Mona and Nala went to family members, and Mona went to my oldest daughter that the grandkids are here living with us. So the dog was their therapy dog, emotional support dog. So hence that one came back. Nala was over at my middle daughter's house when she had her first child, and my grandson started crawling around. Nala decided that she needed to try to pick him up and put him back on the blanket that he was crawling from. So needless to say, Morgan didn't like that idea. So Mona came back to us. The alpha team's Aries and Athena. They're the main team. They have actually saved my goats from black bears. Athena has no qualms with trying to go over the fence after a black bear. Aries, he says, okay, you do that, I go get help, and runs back and forth from his Athena to the house, barking and
Ignore that. Ignore it.
barking and alerting us. So, yeah, one time that there was 2 times that I had black bear on the property, and they alerted me to it, and was able to aid in chasing the black bear away. Was the first time was right after I had a year and 4 days after the anniversary of our first spring up here, and having a black bear break in and kill one of our dairy does that we had at the time and take her off and consume her. Aries woke me up at about 1:30. He would bark at as close to the house as he could. Yeah, they're great with coyotes. The coyotes won't even come by. They'll cruise within about 75 yards or so, yelp and howl at them, but they will not come any closer than that. In fact, I stepped outside this morning just to enjoy the sunrise a little bit and sip on some coffee, listen to a tom turkey gobble a bit, and then all of a sudden the coyote yelped a couple times and then started to howl, and all of them except for Mona and Nala opened up, and not another peep out of the coyotes. And they sound mean when they get going. I've told my wife I pity the first predator that they ever actually get a hold of, because it ain't going to fare well for that animal, not at all.
Not with these dogs.
So, but the black bear and I crossed paths in the dark. It was a snowstorm, and the flashlight that I had, I couldn't see real good, but I heard him rip one of the doors off, inside doors off of the barn. Yeah, they're 7/8 Great Pyrenees, his way homestead, and an eighth Anatolian Shepherd. But to look at them, Great Pyrenees. Nala is the only one out of all of them that we have here that has that longer shepherd snout. Yes, they do. They do an excellent job around here as far as protecting the place. Aries, every year we get a couple robins that nest in the trees inside the area that Aries and Athena patrol, and Aries catches the fledglings after they hit the ground and holds them between his paws and won't let Athena near them. Won't let when we had Deimos and Phobos working with them, learning the ropes, wouldn't let them near them, but he'd let me take the robin fledgling away and take it off and set it to where mom or the parents could teach it to fly and get it going on off to be a good dog or a good bird.
Not a good dog. That makes no sense, Grandpa.
Yeah, Josh, you were saying that you were getting another dog to put with your box. I hope it all works out really good for you, man. I really do. I can't say enough about these Great Pyrenees. Everybody's got their own particular breed of dogs. I mean, I used to be a diehard lab. Then I had a English Springer Spaniel that to this day, she is still my best duck dog I ever had when I was duck hunting. She followed all the commands just perfect, and that, just great. These guys, I heard so much horror stories about livestock guardian dogs, and yeah,
horror stories.
My dog barks at everyone walking down the street. Aries hates the FedEx and UPS drivers when they come in their vans. He bounces off the fence. I don't know what he would actually do if he ever caught the van, because the drivers have got their doors closed, so he ain't getting them. But I don't know. And snowmobiles. In fact, any big truck, even when they go by our house, we're 80 yards from the road. When they go by our house, like the dump trucks and log trucks occasionally, he just throws a fit about it. Snowmobilers he doesn't like, but for some reason the UTVers he doesn't get too upset about. when they go up and down, because our road is a UTV trail during the summer months and a snowmobile trail during the winter months, and are less than good sledding and snow skiing weather months, as some of the locals refer to the weather up here. So Deimos and Phobos, boy, they don't miss much. At least you let everyone close unless I'm out there and tell her it's okay, then she'll let them around. Yeah. Yeah. Aries, it don't matter. When the UPS guy's here or the FedEx guy, I can be standing right there holding on to him and telling him it's okay, and he's still barking at him. But the whole time he's wagging his tails. Crazy Shepherd, yeah, mine will bark at the male person, but all right, Jim. See you guys. Thanks for stopping by again, and I greatly appreciate it. They'll stand down there at the far end of the fence that they can get to, and they'll just stand there and bark at her. And when she comes up the driveway, then they sit at as close as they can to their area, and then just sit there and wag and whine, like, "Can't you come and visit us or something?" So I really don't know where he got his dislike for the big trucks like that. There's been a few times when I did lumber delivery and I was working an hour away from my house, was where I was based out of. I would bring that truck home once, delivery truck home, and Aries just had a fit when I'd pull in,
She was like,
They are. It's Josh. It's really amazing how that they can learn so much from an older dog and start doing their job almost immediately.
Isn't that what dogs do?
Crazy Shepherd, I might be able to set you up. I got some presents that I want to get made up, and gratitude and thanks for support and helping me grow. I've got one in the works for Ridge Life right now, which I had told him when he had sent that I did that mail call for the T-shirt that he sent me. I already had that one started up, was gluing up the boards and everything. So, I might. All right, Josh, that sounds good. Yeah, LGDs. I mean, I guess just about any dog. I mean, if you had even like your Australian shepherds and that that were out there with your flock, that could warn you, that would be good to help keep predators away. Yeah, two is I don't think I would. Well, I'm only on 5 acres of land, so I don't need 6 of them for sure. And it's just the 2 have been here now in house for so long that they're family dogs now. But Aries and Athena, I have no doubts. A pack of 4 or 5, 6 coyotes came in, they could handle themselves against it. Even one-on-one with wolves, I've got no doubts. Because we've got timber wolves up here that Aries and Athena could do a heck of a job against them. Okay, Blue Wave Oasis. I'll keep that in mind, Crazy Shepherd. On Saturdays. Okay. Yeah, I'll write that down right now. Oh, Odyssey, dummy. Yeah, I would highly recommend too, because they can watch each other's back. You get a pair of predators, or 3 predators, 4 predators, they'll surround and they'll nip, and all that dog does is then flip flop back and forth, and they just like they do on big game. You know, I mean, they nip at them and keep them spinning around, and eventually they wear them down. Yeah, they've when we got Aries and Athena, they're 4 years old now. This past December, they turned, or we've had them for 4 years this past December. No, they were born in December. Almost Christmas dogs. When my wife went down to pick them up in the town that we purchased them from the farm at, uh, the farmer had to show us what their parents did. And it wasn't pretty to the coyote. Let's just say, other than the tail and the head, you could tell that it was a coyote. Otherwise, it looked like it had kind of got ran over by a semi. You know, it pretty much looked like road sausage, still in the casing. You know, so she had snapped a picture of it and showed it to me, and of course, you know, like I said, Athena, when she tried going after the black bear the second time, she was trying to climb over the 5-foot fence, and that black bear was just kind of standing there looking at her like, "Yep, you're not going to do anything." 2 rounds into the ground, close to the bear, convinced the bear that it needed to go somewhere else because I would do something. Stop, Thunder. So, yeah, since that time we haven't. Well, last summer we had a black bear come up the driveway and try to go between Aries and Athena and Deimos and Phobos's area, and you could see where it was walking, and the dogs came like this from their 2 areas, and the driveway splits them, and that bear was like this, and then spun and took off. So, my boy Aries, he's right around 125, 130 pounds, and Athena's pushing like right around 100 pounds. Deimos and Phobos, they're 2 years old, and they're both right in that 110, 120 pound category. Aries could even actually be a little heavier because he's bigger than Deimos and Phobos. Yeah, they are. They're big boys. Or they're big dogs, you know, and gentle. Well, as gentle as 100+ pound dog can be when it decides to lean against you or flop against you. Uh, yeah, they will kind of take you off your feet. Okay, she's, you know, an 80-pound dog. That's still a pretty good sized dog. You know, I mean, you figure your average count. All right, Crazy Shepherd. Thanks for stopping by again. Greatly appreciate it. Uh, look forward to doing this again. I'll probably set up another date. Definitely do it when I hit 300, and I'll do 3 giveaways. And you know, I might do the signs again if that's cool with everybody. I'll kind of bounce the ideas around as I get closer to it. So, but yeah, the you know, your average coyote weighs what, 50, 60 pounds. You know, that dog still got it beat by 20. You know. All right, here's White Homestead. I apologize that I can't remember you guys' name, everybody's name. I feel horrible about that. So hopefully next time I'm live, I'm gonna have myself a cheat sheet of everyone's channel and names.
I know
So
most of the gamers' names.
all right, Josh, I'll definitely check that. Did you send it to the Dancing Critter page? Because I am also on Facebook by my own, you know, personal Facebook, which doesn't really matter. I go through my own personal to go to Dancing Critter, so I get notified on both of them. So I'll definitely check it, and I'll get back in touch with you, man. But yeah, you know. Okay, Doug, Commander, aka Commander Bacon. Okay, cool. If I don't drop my pen, I'm gonna write that down.
Yes. Grandpa, this look.
Okay,
like
cool.
Yours.
So, yeah.
I need to cut those.
But yeah. I will say this though about Great Pyrenees. They are. I mean, they are stubborn. They are stubborn. They get it set in their mind, and by golly, that's it. They will hear your request or hear your command to do something. They will analyze it and go, no, we're going to do this. I've got Great Pyrenees that had a feed store and had Great Pyrenees, and she literally would have to go with a harness anytime they treat a bear and harness them and use their quad to pull the dog back. All right, hiking to change. Nice again. Congratulations. I'll be getting in touch with you. Yeah. Now, when I throw, thank you, Doug. Greatly appreciate that. Yes, when I really, as I refer to it, my drill sergeant voice, when I throw that out, Kathy. All right, Kathy. Thank you again. Again, congratulations. We'll work over the particulars on the sign. If you want a cedar one or a regular cedar sign, or if you're looking for a flag. And I say the American flag only because I'm here in the United States. If you're from overseas somewhere, or foreign lands, I would gladly try to replica your flag in wood also to do this. So don't think that if I'm saying you got to have an American flag. So, but yeah, I boom that drill sergeant voice, and he'll listen to me. They'll listen to me, but other times, they're pretty set in their ways. I mean, they got their job. When they're on their job, I mean, they're very focused on it. Write myself notes so I don't forget things. So, well, I think I've got about
1 minute.
An hour and a half in this combined live attempts. So, guys, it's getting close to time.
To leave?
Looks back and turns back around and goes on. She's a butthead. Yeah, like I said, when they're focused on something, boy, they don't.
They're not playing.
Now, does Lucy have the attitude of, if I have it, it's mine. If you had it and you set it down and I take it, it's still mine? Because my pies do. Aries especially. That boy, I don't know how many times he's taken off with a piece of wood when I was working on the chicken coop or a barn. Yeah. Cut it, and the piece of wood would hit there, and I knew I would be using it for a scrap, for an Eller block or something, and I would go to grab it, and here it is missing from under where I'd been cutting. So yeah. Fortunately, the saw kept him away most of the time, but if I was busy doing something else, for a bit, then he would venture over and steal stuff from me. Athena, she likes to just kind of take what Ari has when Ari's favorite thing right now that has popped up from the snow is I was cutting some larger branches down off of some of the trees and chunking them up into firewood. And he's got a piece of wood about this long that's probably, yay big around. Probably the size Well, this is a third coffee mug, so probably the size of that. That he walks around with it sticking out of his mouth sometimes, like this type big old businessman, banker type guy with the cigar sticking out of his mouth. You know, it's just when I see that, I don't think to get my phone out to record him doing it. I laugh at him and I call his name and he looks at me and then lays it down and lays down with it between his paws and starts gnawing on it. I guess they're not quite 7/8 Great Pyrenees and an eighth Anatolian Shepherd. I think there's a pinch of termite in them too, or carpenter ants in them. So, because boy, they are just murder on trees, or small bushes and that. All 6 of them are, So, well, I got almost quarter after 3. So I throw some 10 and 8-foot pine branches in for the goats not long ago, and she would grab them whole and try to run off with them. Yeah.
Grandpa, press this if you want to show them.
It's okay, sweetie. Thank you. I greatly appreciate all your help. I really do, sweetie.
I want to be a devil then.
Yeah. Yeah, when I drag brush up sometimes, if Aries and Athena can get a hold of it, yeah, the goats lose a snack meal, which is, I guess, not the worst thing. But, also, but on the same token, when the goats have gotten done gnawing on the pine and balsam and that, and birch and popple or whatever branches I've taken them, yeah, those disappear if I don't Johnny on the spot. Once I get them thrown over the fence, get out there and pick them up and take them out of their area. Then, due to the small area that I've got, I don't house my dogs with the goats. I probably could, but Phobos got beat up by my bucks when he was a little guy. I mean, he was probably, I call him a little guy. He was a lot smaller than he is now. It happened to be that he was in between the feeder and them, and I was putting feed in, and he was wanting attention from me. And one of the bucks came up and blindsided him, and I mean, pretty hard.
Goats are bullies. Get it? Because they have horns.
So he's kind of been gun shy. We've been working with him with the does. When Medusa kidded last spring or early summer, we kind of had a little incident where he showed immense aggression towards her after he tried sniffing her rear end, and she spun and slammed into the stall wall, the chain link of the stall wall, and he showed aggression, like trying to defend himself, which I can't blame him for that, but it wasn't a behavior that I wanted. So we've been slowly working them back in, getting them, because, if we do move, we're looking at moving on to larger land, and I would like to have them in the pastures with the goats,
If we don't have these when we're swimming,
just for safety's sake, Athena, I've watched her. We get eagles up here. I mean, they're almost as common as crows up here, or blue jays around here. And we'll get an eagle circling around, and she'll get up and she'll start patrolling, let her presence be known. And I've yet to lose, knock on wood, I probably just jinxed myself, but I've yet to lose any livestock or animals to aerial predators. We've lost wildlife to them. We've had rabbits, cottontails, and snowshoes taken out right in the middle of the yard, and that by nighttime predators, because all of a sudden we find a large tuft of hair. Yeah, that's another thing too. I didn't want the goats stepping on them and that, and harassing them because like right now, for the most part, other than whatever it was that set them off to howl, uh, they sleep during the day. They're awake at night. They're doing their job, and so.
Grandpa, who are you even talking to?
Lucy got 3 distinct barks. Does she have the kind of warning bark where she just kind of barks a couple of times and to say like she smells something or sees something or hears something and telling it, hey, go away, get away from here. And then a little more aggressive bark, and then okay, it's a call to action. It's game on, guys. Let's get this done. Bark, which is what Aries usually uses when he's woke me up when the bears were here. Oh, really? She has a deeper single. Now, see, Mona, she's got like 4 different style barks, volumes or tones that she'll throw. She's got a yippy, high pitch, almost for as big as she is. It reminds me of them little things, which I've got a shepherd terrier cross, and he's kind of one of them little things. He's like yay tall. He's 12 inches tall or so. But I'm talking like the pugs and that, chihuahuas and that. She's almost got a bark like that, and then she's got one that's a little more fitting to her size, but it's still got a high pitched tone to it. And then she's got a one that is, that she does when she's roughhousing with Nala. That's like I don't know if I want to be serious or if we should be having fun. And then when she catches wind of something or the coyotes, she throws a growl at the end of every bark. And I mean, well, let me tell you, she sounds like she's about 290 pounds of spring steel and rawhide and just a rock crushing, jaw snapping beast,
And the coyotes are like, nope.
And, we've had a couple of the coyotes packs, Okay, yeah. Now, see, like I'm saying, Aries, and, every once in a while I catch Athena doing it, but it's mostly Aries. And I've watched him. He'll sit like in the middle of the yard, and he'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden he'll turn his head to one side, and he'll go, woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo.
Stop, that's creepy.
And I know that's what he's doing. He has winded something or heard something that he didn't like, and he's saying, hey, I'm here, stay away. But yeah, when it's game on, I tell you what, there's been very few things that have scared me in my lifetime that are living, animated objects, be it nature or animals per se. I got in between accidentally. I had cubs run behind me while I was bow hunting one year, and the sow was staring me in the eyes. That scared me to death. Needless to say, I haven't ever been back to that spot to bow hunt again. In 27 years, in fact. The other time was 2 winters ago. I was on my way out to check on something out by the barn. For some reason in the dark, I don't remember what the reason was, and I'm walking down the driveway, and all of a sudden this growl came from the shed that Aries and Athena, when it gets really cold, go and hide in for the night. I mean, they still come out, but I mean, they go and hide to stay warm. This growl came out of there that, I mean, I don't know how to even describe it. It froze me in my tracks.
I've seen
And
many
I
times.
shined my headlamp. I turned my head slowly and shined it towards the door. And then all of a sudden, what looked like this head about, yay big around comes slowly out the door and looks my way, still kind of growling at me. I go, Aries, it's okay. And he goes, huh, and turned around, went right back in. And then back a couple of nights ago, Dimos and Phobos stopped me in my tracks. But, honestly, I really feel sorry for the first predator that gets brave enough to hop any of the fences here, or come over the fences or go through the fence, because it's not going to be a pretty show.
It's gonna be all about death, which I like.
It's not going to work out good for them. So, but hey, Josh, I gotta go, man. I gotta start getting ready to do up chores. I've still got to cart buckets out to the barn. So, man, I greatly appreciate you sticking with me through this. Boy, I really don't know what the heck happened there. So we'll see if it happens again in the next update. So, guys, as always, I hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you continue to have a wonderful day. And look forward to catching you guys in the next live. This is Dean signing off. Bye, guys.
Lots of dead rabbits everywhere. But why do coyotes not like our dogs?